What's up, guys? Welcome to Matcave Gaming. We are going to unbox our next mystery box from Video Games Monthly. And tonight we're starting something a little new here. These Video Game Monthly unboxing videos are now going to be dedicated to our channel members, the cave dwellers, the 8-bit members, the 16-bit members, and the 64-bit members. The live experience, the live unboxings are now going to be exclusive to our members. A few days later, the replay will go public for everyone else to enjoy, but the live experience is for you guys, the members. And I want to make sure that we can, add as many perks as we can to those memberships, and I want to give you guys as much value as I can possibly give you here, guys. And I was thinking about it over the last few days and thinking about what I could possibly change up with the channel, and I thought, you know what? These Video Game Monthly unboxings, in a lot of ways, it's funding for it is so much help by you guys, by our members, to allow me to continue to do this and to be able to have this be something special for you guys. So because you guys allow me to do this, I want to do this for you guys. I want to make sure that I'm giving you your money's worth, and I want to make sure that we have our own exclusive experiences that are really just for you guys. And before we get started, I saw just before the stream went live, we did get a super chat from Scott Westbrook, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Scott. He says, "It's past my bedtime, but I'll catch it on the replay. The replay will be there. I'm going to keep it members only for a little while, and then eventually it'll go public for every other channel subscriber to check it out." Black Dragon, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So if you see the title, I had to note this in the title. This box this month, guys, it's heavy. It's heavy. I don't know what the deal is with this. I don't know if there's something different, but I'm telling you, this thing has more weight in it than past boxes have. So I'm not sure if anything is what is going to be different, but we're going to check it out here. Darth Maximus, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you guys. I know this popped up out of nowhere. It has been a heck of a long weekend. Lots of things going on the back end. So it's a oh no, it's a bomb. It's been an interesting past week and weekend, between my family getting sick and then here in the tri-state area, we had an earthquake. I am still blown away by that. Going to be 42 years old. I have never experienced an earthquake in my life, and I know that it was, when compared to what other areas of the world deal with, this was on the very small scale. But I tell you, it freaked me out, and I have never experienced anything like that in my life. Check out the news if you haven't heard about it. The source was somewhere in New Jersey, but I felt it out here in New York quite a bit, and it was really. I was literally sitting right here. I was sitting right here, guys, and a 4.8 magnitude earthquake hit the New Jersey area, and it went all the way out to New York and the surrounding areas, and it was crazy. No, I haven't seen any reports of injuries. I did hear that some buildings were condemned due to the damage out in New Jersey. I hope everyone's okay out there. Like I said, I have not seen any reports of injuries, but hopefully it stays that way. I hope no one got hurt. I know these things can get really crazy, especially when you're closer to the source. And just a little bit that I felt here on being on like the outskirts of it, I can't even imagine what that must have been like at the source. But yes, everybody is okay over here. We are going to get into, ST Davidson has put it into this suspicious package here. So let me get the Leatherman. And let's get into this box, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? My mic was acting a little funky earlier. I just want to make sure everything's okay there. All right, let's get into this box and see what we got going on this month. I'm really curious what we're going to have going on here. Because like I said, this is definitely heavier than past ones. Black Dragon says, I'm not really worried about the New York nutcases. I'm worried about you and your fam. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yes, we are all fine. When it came to that, my kids got better from being sick. We had a scare with my daughter. She had a major reaction. And we were getting mixed information from doctors, and we couldn't quite figure out what the source was, but everything from a viral infection to an allergic reaction, and it was pretty scary. But she is perfect now. She is great. Everybody's great. I can't get this thing out of the bag. But we are doing much better now. I'm still like kind of worn out. My wife is worn out. It's been an exhausting week, guys. So, but now, you know, that this box arrived, it always puts a smile on my face that I get to do this with you guys. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, I got a little, I just kind of threw this together real quick. That's why we're in a different layout at the moment. But here we go. The new box design. Look, if you guys can see this, it's like bumped up here. There's a bunch in here that it's forcing the box to be bent. Which is pretty crazy. But we did see this last month. This is the new box design. We got the more of like this red border on here. What's going on, Ted? Blazerhawk is here. Scotty, what's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, something's going on with this box. There is a bunch in here because this box is bent. It's like overpacked. So let's see what we got going on here, guys. As always, a quick reminder of what we do here with Video Games Monthly. You set up for a certain amount of games every month. I am on the package to get 4 games per box each month. But we do have the option, we do have the opportunity of getting bonus games from Video Games Monthly. So occasionally we get like a 1-up, a 2-up, and we get some extra games in there, which we might possibly have here in this case. Yeah, it's definitely bulging here. Dude, you guys are hilarious. So I don't know how many are going to be in here. I don't know if there's anything special going on in there, but I'm very excited to see what we got going on. I also picked up a couple of other games today. Went out. Took my son to our local retro game shop. We hadn't been there in a while, and we picked up some cool stuff. A bunch of wrestling games, actually, because lately my son and I have been very much into WWE. We've been playing 2K24, and we've been watching WrestleMania 40. We had to turn it off tonight. It was bedtime. It's a school night. We're going to watch the rest tomorrow, so no spoilers, no spoilers. But last night, the first part of WrestleMania 40 was outstanding. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, guys. Let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get in this box. Let's find out what we got going on here. All right. I want to do this, like always. We want to make sure that it's a surprise for all of us. So we're going to turn it this way. We're going to prop this like this. And then that way I can't see in there. You can't see in there. And we're going to figure out what we got going inside Video Games Monthly for the month of April 2024. Here we go. Black Dragon says, I haven't watched wrestling in 15 years. Yeah, pretty much neither did I, and I've been getting back into it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Get the tables. Okay, here we go, guys. Game number... Well, let's see if we can find the paperwork first. That's what I like to find first. All right, I got the card. Should bring the chair forward. Let's bring the chair forward. I'll slide over. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, okay. There we go. A little bit closer, right? I think that'll work, right? That works out. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm going to bring stuff up to the camera so we can see what it is. All right, I felt the card, so let's see what we got going on. We do have a 1-up. We got a 1-up, guys. So there is a bonus game in here. So we should have 5 games in this box. So 5 games. We've got 1 bonus item this round. Let's see what we got. I don't know what the additional item might be. I feel something wrapped right here. This is something in plastic. I don't know if this is a bonus item or a game. This could be a jewel case in a wrapper. Definitely wrapped in plastic. So let's see what we got going on here, guys. Game number 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got. What do we got here? Kill Switch for the PlayStation 2. A Namco game. I'm not familiar with this game. This is disc only in a third-party jewel case here. I've never heard of Kill Switch. Does anybody know? It looks like it's a picture of like a close up of a guy's face looking into a sniper rifle. Um, but I don't know anything about this game. Yes, I've definitely been lucky with the bonuses through this pack. I like that they wrap this. They wrap the case, and I do like these type of jewel cases. They're not the normal jewel cases. This is like more of a plastic one with a snap and everything. I feel like they're like way more secure and it holds the disc better. But Kill Switch on the PlayStation 2, I'm gonna have to look that up, find out some information about that because I'm not really familiar with that game, but I recently got the HD adapter to put onto my PS2, and I got that connected to the system, so I'm hoping to get into some more PlayStation 2 titles on some upcoming streams because I love the PS2 and I've been building that collection back up. Black Dragon says Kill Switch is a third-person shooter video game developed by Namco USA in 2003 for the PS2. All right, cool. I like third-person shooters. It looks like it's got a cool look and a tone to that. I'll definitely find out some more information though about that game. All right, let's dive back in here and see what we got. I feel a large case here, so this could be anything from a PS2 to an Xbox, a GameCube. Let's see what we got going on here. The second game coming out. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? We got an Xbox game, guys. Project Gotham Racing. This is the Platinum Hits Edition. I played this game a long time ago. This was a really fun racing game. Phenomenal graphics on this one, guys. Let me hold that up to the camera here. Really good graphics. This came out at a time where there were already the sequels of things like Gran Turismo and Forza and stuff like that coming out on the old system. Actually, no, maybe Forza wasn't out yet, but there was definitely the Need for Speed games out at the time. This was definitely, this seemed to be more arcade style here, not so much of a simulation, but definitely a cool racing game on the original Xbox. I love the original Xbox. I also love racing games, and I think with the Xbox controller, it's going to be interesting playing the racing games like that. The original Xbox, like, kind of fat boy controller was a little awkward to hold, in my opinion. I think their later designs from like the 360 forward were much sleeker, way better for handling, and felt more comfortable playing things. So I'm really curious how I'm going to do playing a racing game with that original controller. I don't know if I can get any adapted controllers though for the original Xbox, anything more modern looking for that. I gotta look into that. I've never checked to see if I could get something else to use on the original Xbox, but that said, you know, I have no problem jumping from controller to controller. If you guys have seen my controller stream and all the different controllers I have, I definitely have some experience with all types of ones in there. So nothing too crazy with that. All right, let's see if we can jump back into this box. We got 2 games out already. I got another large box here, another large case. So again, this could be Xbox, PS2, this could be GameCube. Let's see what we got going on. Hey, it could be Wii, it could be Wii U. There's a lot of possibilities here. Okay, here we go. The third game. 3, 2, 1. What do we got? Oh, Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow for the original Xbox. Now, the Rainbow Six games, I've only played a handful of them. I played Rainbow Six Vegas, I think was... that might have been the last one I played. Actually, no, there was... what was Siege? Was that a Rainbow Six game? I think it was. But these games were a lot of fun. I remember the handling being way trickier in this game than it was for things like Call of Duty or SOCOM at the time. The controls were more advanced for these, and I remember struggling with it a bit when I played the Rainbow Six games because movement was more based in reality, right? You weren't like speeding through the game. You weren't jumping through as fast as you possibly could, the way you would in like more arcade style shooters. Rainbow Six games tended to be, at least in my experience, were a bit more on the realistic side of it, which was challenging in a good way. This feels like it's complete in box, which it is, guys. We got a complete in box Xbox game. Let's just check the condition of the disc. I didn't check the disc on the other one. I'll check that in a moment. Disc looks great. Really good condition. Really nice condition manual. This is fantastic. Yes, Siege was one of the online titles. Yes, Siege. I did play that. I have that one. And had a lot of fun with that. This is in great condition, guys. This looks almost brand new. That's fantastic. Somebody took really good care of this game. While I'm thinking about it, let's just check Project Gotham here, which is also complete in box, guys. Let's check the disc real quick. Platinum Edition. Couple nicks, a couple, you can't really see it too well on there, but a couple little nicks on there, but nothing too crazy. That's not going to stop it from playing. The manual is in really good condition. There's a bit of a bend right here, but that's okay. This one, again, another one that was definitely taken care of by their previous owners. Because remember, these games are coming from a place where these games were pre-owned, which is the deal with anything retro gaming, guys. It's going to be pre-owned. Very rarely you're going to find things sealed, never opened, and those things can go up in price too, depending on what the title is. So I have no problem with the used market. Think people take care of their stuff. I try to take care of all my stuff, so if I ever do trade in something, it's going to a new home in great condition. So I love that stuff. All right, here we go. 3 games in, we're going to go to the 4th game. These are like all big boxes in here, big case games right here, guys. I feel something else. Oh, I dropped the game. There's something else in this box that I just felt in here. I don't know what this is. It's rubber. It's rubber. What do we got here? This is a bonus item. Let's see what it is. It's like a bracelet. What is? It's a video games monthly. I guess this is like a bracelet? Like a rubber. I never got into like things like this. I guess it won't fit on me, but my kids will like this, so I'll be giving that to them. It's like stretchy. It's like a big, thick rubber band. That's kind of funky. I like that, though. My kids love the little bonus items that come with this stuff. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's grab the next game here. Another big case. Let's see what we got. We got a Wii U game, guys. Scribblenauts Unlimited. Okay. This is really awesome. It's actually kind of funny that we got this because I just recently introduced one of the Scribblenauts games to my kids. I have one that's Scribblenauts DC Universe. It's with the superheroes. Now, the great thing about the Scribblenauts games is that it utilizes your imagination in a great way. To give you kind of an idea of what happens is this main character, I forget his name, but he draws stories. Writes stories, draws the characters, loves to do comic book type stuff. And the deal with the game is you go on the adventure. If you need to solve something, you as the player, you need to figure out what could you possibly do to solve this puzzle. And you type in what you feel the solution will be. And it could be tons of things. I'll give you an example. Was playing this game. A friend of mine was playing this game, actually. He introduced it to me way back when. And he said he was playing this game, I think with his sister, and said, you have to try this game. This amazing thing happened. He encountered a werewolf. And he was trying for a while, trying to figure out how to defeat the werewolf. He couldn't figure out what to do. Nothing was working. And then it kind of came to him. The game did not tell him to do this. He thought of it. He said, well, what if I type in just half moon? And he got rid of the full moon in the game, and the werewolf transformed back into just some guy, and he ran off. And that ended up being a solution for defeating that. So it's things like that. You use your imagination to solve the problem. And I think that is fantastic for kids to play. My kids are going to love this. We have the DC Universe one. This one is, I guess, the first one, the initial one. Complete in box, guys. This is fantastic. Let me check the condition of this. I love getting Wii U games. Speaking of the Wii U, this is in great condition, by the way. Speaking of the Wii U, I believe it's tomorrow, the 8th. April 8th, 2024, the online servers for both the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo 3DS are shutting down officially. So playing games online on those systems will no longer work. I know they got rid of the shops a long time ago on there, but now officially the online servers for both those systems, the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS, are going offline. you could still play your games. You just can't play them online anymore. So that's it's kind of sad when things like that happen. But I know like over time, it's gonna be pretty crazy. Black Dragon says, I do the same. My cell phone is 8 years old. Yeah, it looks like I bought it last week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. A lot of people don't take care of their stuff. I like to take care of my things. I want it to last. I want it to, I want it to function for as long as it possibly can. All right, how many games are we in? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are at our 5th and final. Actually, no, hold on a second. I got 2 more things in here at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we had a 1-up card. But we got 6 games. Guys, we got 6 games. So let's see what I think we got something fun here. Daryl the Derelict, what's going on, dude? All right, let's see what our next game is. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got a Wii game. Block Party 20 games. This is going to be mini games, which my kids absolutely love. It says it's the most outrageous block party ever, and you can see there is all kinds of mini games to go through on here. So this is going to be a multiplayer up to 4 players, all kinds of mini games, which in all honesty are I still find to be a lot of fun to play. The Wii was very big on things like that, the novelty of it. Let's see how we're doing. We are complete in box, though. The box is a little broken, guys. The case is a little broken. Not the end of the world. It's definitely not the original case. Disc looks really good. This was an Activision game, guys, and we do have the manual. So we are complete in box, though it's a little broken on the spine, but not the end of the world. It still closes fine. It's still in plenty good condition as far as I'm concerned. And this is going to be another one that I know my kids and I are going to have a lot of fun playing together, especially when, they have their friends over and we can go up to 4 players as well. So that is awesome. I love getting games like that. Black Dragon says, yeah, the kiddos will have a blast with that one, including the big one on the screen. Yes, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be very cool. And I posted a picture in our community tab the other day with a setup I did on the other end of the room. I rearranged some things and set up a kind of a new arcade, we're calling it the arcade section, but I put a bunch of systems over in one section on another monitor for the kids to play, and they sit on beanbags and, like we did back in the 80s and 90s, just hang out, sit on some beanbags and play some video games, and they're loving it already. So everything from, they got Atari over there, GameCube, PS1, PS3, I put a couple, I think a Nintendo over there, some really good stuff. Daryl says, I found Super Star Wars on Super Nintendo today for $15. Nice. Good steal. Oh, did you pick it up? I hope you did. That's a good price for that, actually. Also, Ghostbusters on the Atari 2600. I have that one. I have the weird Blue Label cartridge for Ghostbusters where there's no logo. It's just literally like white writing on a funky blue label. It's a little weird. I didn't get the one with the actual logo on the black background, so I always thought that was weird. All right, we've got yeah, the Matcave arcade, the Matcave arcade. We got one more case in here, guys. So I think it's like they told us we got a 1-up, but we actually got a 2-up. So here we go. Let's see what the final one is in this month's box. We got another Wii game, Boom Blocks. What is this? I've never heard of this. Up to 4 players. Let's see here. That is a weird... This is apparently it won a Parents' Choice Gold Award. So that's interesting. Rated E for everyone. It says, throw, grab, and blast your way to victory. From Steven Spielberg and EA comes a wild blocks-busting extravaganza. Steven Spielberg was involved with this game? Over 300 levels set in 5 action-packed worlds. Take on single-player or multiplayer co-op and versus gameplay with up to 4 players at once. Tweak any level or build your own, then share them on the Wii Connect 24, which we won't be able to do anymore because that's going to shut down. Steven Spielberg, guys, and EA made this game. You played this with your daughters? Oh my god, this looks really fun. It's like, it's got like the blocks are kind of stacked, and then I guess you probably have to find a way to knock down the towers in some fun ways. Wow, that is really funky. Let's take a look and see how that... We are complete in box, guys. We are complete in box. Let's check the disc. There are some scratches on this one. Not too bad, though. Nothing terrible. That will play perfectly fine. We got the manual here. A very thin manual. You know, as we got into the later years of these, the manuals got thinner and thinner and then eventually just went away. How have I never heard of this? I'm such a big Steven Spielberg fan, and it's so amazing that still to this day, my mind can be blown by finding out what projects he has been involved with. But it's such a weird... It's such a strange thing that just looking at... I'm looking at like even character designs and stuff like that on here to see is like, oh, is that something from... like a Steven Spielberg project from a film or something that I would recognize? I don't see anything like that. There's, other than reading literally a Steven Spielberg and EA game, the fact that it told me that he's involved right here on the case is the only way I would ever know. I gotta do some research into this. It even has the website on the bottom here, boomblocks.ea.com. I've never heard of this game, but I gotta tell you, I'm really excited to try this out. What was it that got Steven Spielberg involved with EA Games to make a game on the Wii? Never heard of this. I am we got some really cool stuff here in this box, but I gotta tell you, this last one really intrigues me. I think this right here could quite possibly be the hidden gem on the Nintendo Wii. I'm going to call it right here. I'm going to say this is the hidden gem on that system. I have never heard of this, and I've played a ton of Wii games. DJ Ronnie, what's going on, dude? If you're watching this on a replay, guys, let me know down in the comments if you have ever heard of this game and Steven Spielberg's involvement with EA Games. And on top of that, are you aware of any other games that Steven Spielberg has been involved with outside of direct movie tie-in video games? Because obviously there's been ones that he's been involved with that are movie tie-ins. That all makes sense. This thing right here doesn't appear to link to any movies at all, or even animated series or anything like that that I recognize. Boom Blocks. Boom Blocks on the Nintendo Wii. I think I got an upcoming video about this one, guys. I think I got to do some research. I think this just gave me some work to do. Oh my goodness, what a box. Let me just double check here. There's nothing else in that box, guys. We got a 1-up card, but it was actually a 2-up. We got 6 games this month. They packed them all in there because these were full-size cases. And so here's what I want to do with you guys here tonight. I want to figure out, here with our members, what our next box is going to be and what we're going to put in it. So let me see if I can throw this together real quick here. And we're going to bring the site up. Steve says, don't think I've ever heard about it, but just found my Wii as I was moving out of my house. Oh, dude, yo, make sure that thing is in good condition and hook it up, dude. See, that's one of the things. I love the Nintendo Wii for a couple of reasons. One, it plays all the Wii games. It got the motion stuff, and it's a lot of fun. But it also plays GameCube games, which is fantastic. It gives me a way. Now I technically have 2 GameCubes because I can have them set up in 2 different spots now. I love that I can play my GameCube games on the Nintendo Wii. And the Wii U plays Wii games. So I love that it has the backwards compatibility and stuff like that. I really enjoy those systems. The Wii U, in my opinion, was an incredibly underrated system. I think it dropped off the market way too fast, but it is what it is. But there are some really good games out there on it. I want to bring up here, guys, to see if we can pull up the site. Let me just move this over a little bit, guys. Put that back there so I can get closer here. We're going to come in here. Let me make sure I can actually bring up the site here, guys, because I want I want to decide what we're going to do here, and I want to get your guys' input on this one. Video Games Monthly. Let me bring up my account, and then I'll bring this up on the screen. Okay. Okay, let's switch over to... Actually, can I just do it right here? Where is my, where's my window? How come I can't see that? Let's just add it. We'll do it live. Let me change. I'm going to change scenes here real quick. Let's do that. There's nothing. It's blank. Let's go to display capture. All right, there we go. Let's bring that to full. Boom. What is that in the way? Okay, here we go. Let's bring this up. I know I'm off screen now with the camera, but I'll bring me up here on the side. Hey, I'm back. We're doing it live. Let me zoom this in so that we can take a look together, guys. I'm getting used to this new browser. I started using this, what was this called? GX Opera. It's a little funky. I haven't like quite figured out how to use everything on it yet. Like, I'm just looking for how I can zoom in. You know, normally you could bring it to like, you know, like 200% or something like that. But it looks like it doesn't have that. That's weird. Isn't that a little odd? Can I just zoom that? You know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. Let's go like this. We'll make it bigger. We'll do this. How about that? Okay, so here's how we had this set up before. And let me bring the chat back up here so that I can actually see you guys. Look at me messing this all up while trying to do this live. Isn't that fun? Come on now. Okay, now I can see the chat again. Control plus and control... Oh, that'll do the zooming in? Okay. I'll know that. I know that for next time now. So here's what we had set up so far for this month. I had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, Genesis, PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast, PS1, Sega Master System, and Wii U chosen. I'm doing fine. Good. I want to figure out what we want to do for next month. I would like to kind of isolate this. I mean, we could literally pick everything and just see what shows up. But I want to see if we, like, let's try to get a theme here. You know, like, we got a bunch of Wii games tonight. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking let's get the Wii and the Wii U off the list for now. Because we got a bunch of Wii games. We got some Xbox games as well. But what are you guys thinking? What no check marks for Japanese anti-dating games. I mean, if we pick the Japanese titles, which you can actually choose to get imports, who knows what would show up. We did get an import one time of a Pokemon game on the Game Boy, which was called Pocket Monsters when translated to English, I believe it was. But and my son loves playing that, but the game's in Japanese. Like there wasn't a choice for switching it to English because it was actually the Japanese import. But that was actually pretty fun to get. So I haven't had Atari 2600 selected in a while. We haven't gotten any Genesis games lately. Let's see. I want to get some cartridges. What do you guys think about that? Should we aim for cartridges? Because we've been getting a lot of disc-based games lately. I'm thinking let's aim for cartridges. So if we take PS2 off of here, PS1, GameCube, Oh, I'm kind of tempted to leave Dreamcast. There's a lot of potential there. So we got Sega Master System, Super Nintendo, N64, Genesis, and Nintendo. Um, we could throw handhelds in there. Let's throw Atari on there. But let me know, guys, what you're kind of feeling. What do you think would make for a good box next month, cartridge based? Because, like I said, we've been getting a lot of disc based games in our past few boxes. And I think if we steer this in the right direction, we could really find some cool stuff for retro gaming. And then it's going to be one of those things where I want to start diving into the stuff that we have in the box and get some streams and get some videos out of that, and really go into more detail. Daryl says, I'm getting a ColecoVision. The game shop in me has a bunch of those games. Nice. The ColecoVision was so cool. I have I don't have the system to play it anymore, but I have a couple of ColecoVision cartridges. I do have the Donkey Kong ColecoVision one. Which is so funny with that game in particular. I don't know if you ever looked at the comparison. So it was, the same company putting out that game on the two systems, and the Atari got the way lower end one, and the ColecoVision looked way better. Like, it was so crazy. You're afraid to plug it into your plasma? Oh my god. Yeah, anything with still images that are on there for a long time, you got to be real careful with plasma displays. Those will burn in like real easiest. And also older LCDs. OLEDs now and a few of the other ones now that do pretty good with the burn in, though I have to say I do have an OLED TV upstairs that my kids did manage to burn in some menu stuff into the screen, and everyone else in my family never sees it, and I see it every time I watch that TV, and it drives me crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. So here we go. Cartridge based, I think, is the way to go for next month. The question is, do we reduce this further? So right now, selected, I've got Sega Master System, Atari 2600. Oh, I still have Dreamcast on there. Let's take that off. Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo are the cartridge-based ones, not handheld. I think I'm going to aim for consoles here. Let's see. There are some Japanese import ones, but I don't really want to get any of those right now. I can play Famicom games in my Retron. The Retron 5 does play the Famicom games. I don't have any Famicom games. And I don't know how much I would really enjoy it if I can't actually read what's on there. Black Dragon says it looks good. Yeah, I think this is a good start for this one. We could always go back to disc-based games in future boxes, but this gives us a lot of variety here for what we could possibly get in next month's box. So, Master System, 2600, Genesis, N64, SNES, and NES. I think could make for some really good possibilities. We're going to stick with the account level of having the 4 up, getting the 4 games per month. I'll bring this up since we're here. These are the levels, guys. If you haven't looked before, you can do 3, 4, 5, or 10 games per month with different pricing levels here. So I'm doing the second tier. I do the 4 up. I may upgrade eventually, but I gotta say, we've been so lucky and they've been so generous with giving the bonus games on this level, on the 4 up level, that I don't think I would be changing anytime soon. So this is I think this is a really cool service. I really enjoy it, and every month we update the games. You go into your list here and you tell them, like, if I go into Nintendo, you go to view my games and you could see the list of the games that you have and update that list with what they have there, so they don't send you duplicates. Unless you want duplicates, then obviously you could just leave them unchecked and you might get the same game again. Daryl says, I'm also getting the NES and SNES console. Got Super Street Fighter 2 as well. Nice. Love it. Yeah, I got all that stuff. I got mine set up here. Still working in great condition. Not that long ago, I replaced the 72-pin connector in the NES. It was a little tight putting the cartridges in. Once I did that, I had to adjust the pins slightly because it was really tough to put the cartridge in and out. But Now it's working great. My top loader Super Nintendo is thing works like a dream. Absolutely love it. And then I got a bunch of stuff set up on that system I was talking about where I took a picture in the community tab, where my kids have been playing a bunch of games on there from Atari to PlayStation. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, guys. I love that stuff. So cool. So very cool. Oh man. Okay. DJ Ronnie says, yeah, those connectors scrape out of the box. Yeah, they're really tight when you get the new connector. So sometimes you have to bend the pins a little bit just to kind of adapt it. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's definitely worth getting if you want to restore your original Nintendo. Daryl says, if you ever make it down to Fort Worth, I'll take you to the shop. It has everything nice. I love retro gaming shops. With any future traveling that I may do, I definitely want to look around for retro shops and everything that are in the area. I'm very lucky with where I am that I do have a couple of options within a reasonable distance from my home, which is great. Like the one I went to earlier today is just a few towns over, and the owner there is absolutely amazing. The store is called Game On, and I love it. We always have such a great experience there. We were talking about all the wrestling games and everything today because, you know, it's big time right now for WWE with WrestleMania 40 going on, and I've been playing a bunch of wrestling games and stuff with my son, and it's been a lot of fun. Guys, I love doing video games monthly. I hope that you enjoy it as well. Going forward here at Matcave Gaming, these live unboxings will be members only going forward. The live experience goes to our members, and then the replay will eventually come out and go public for the rest of our subscribers. But the live experience, I want this to be for you guys. I want this for our members and to be something special that we can all share together. And I appreciate everything you guys do for me here on the channel. Thank you so much again for all your patience and all your kind words over this past week. It's been a rough week, but we're coming back. We're bouncing back from it. We're getting back into everything. And then we're getting back onto the ball to get everything rolling with our normal live streams. This Wednesday, we are going back into Resident Evil 2 Remake because I owe you guys a finale for that game. The question is, and I will leave it up to our members, so stay tuned in the community tab. The question will be, for the finale of Resident Evil 2, I can't even speak, the Resident Evil 2 Remake, will we be using the Wheel of Fate again? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Either way, we're going to finish off that game, and we're going to talk a lot about the Resident Evil franchise, and then I've got a bunch of ideas for a bunch of retro games that we're going to be diving into really soon. There are some really fun hidden gem 8-bit and 16-bit games that I've been looking at. I've been playing some, and I have found some really cool stuff that we're going to be doing live together. Because I'll tell you, after the experience I had playing Comic Zone for the first time, I'm like, I want more. I want more of that, and I think you guys do too. So guys, I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining me for our Video Games Monthly unboxing. This was fun. Until next time, everybody, keep retro gaming alive, because one day your games will be retro too. I'll see you guys real soon.